Hey, crypto family. So we're going to give it a couple minutes. We're going to talk about why the market is dumping, some news articles, and then some BTC ETH technical analysis and where I think they're going from here. So with that, we'll give it a couple minutes and then we'll get started. All right, let me go ahead and pull up the live stream chat and then we will get started. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with the live stream. So first thing I want to talk about today is the market. Okay, so the market's not looking too good today, right? A lot of stuff is down and it's not something any of us want to see. The biggest things is, again, I'll talk about it in my TA analysis, but basically Bitcoin is below that 40,000 level, Ethereum is below that 2850 level, and then again, a lot of altcoins are down. I mean, we look at the top gainers, and again, Mina is a ZK protocol, and it's up 3.5% today. Leo is Bitfinex's token, it's up 1.5%. But again, the rest of the coins are stable coins, and other low altcoins aren't really up today. So I'm going to talk about some news articles and exactly why this is going on and what I think about some good buying opportunities. So one of the first things I want to talk about is the recent hack of OpenSea. Okay, so I'm sure you all heard the other day there was a recent hack from OpenSea, and basically a lot of people were having their NFTs stolen out of their wallets. Now, it says crypto price crash panic, serious NFT hack suddenly sends Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Solana, and Cardano sharply lower. It says Bitcoin and cryptocurrency prices tethering on the brink of collapse in recent days due to the escalating situation in Ukraine have suddenly moved sharply lower following news of a serious attack on the NFT platform OpenSea. It says the Bitcoin price crashed under $40,000, while Ethereum and its rivals are down between 6 and 8%, even as the crypto market is braced for a $100 trillion earthquake. It says the latest crypto crash, which wiped almost $300 billion from the combined crypto market over the last few days, was sparked by viral tweets from panicked NFT traders, leading OpenSea to say it's investigating rumors of an exploit. And it says, as far as we can tell, this is a phishing attack. OpenSea co-founder and chief executive posted on Twitter late last night. We don't believe it's connected to the OpenSea website. It appears 32 users thus far have signed a malicious payload from an attacker, and some of their NFTs were stolen. It says the hacker, whose Ethereum address can be seen here, appears to have stolen roughly $3 million in NFTs, including from the popular Bored Ape Yacht Club collection that counts Paris Hilton and Jimmy Fallon as owners. Now, real quick, I just want to talk about this. So it doesn't appear that the OpenSea website was actually hacked. Again, it was just some malicious websites that people had signed from their MetaMask, their decentralized wallets, that then gave the hackers access to gain their NFTs that were on OpenSea. That's what I'm seeing here, but we'll go ahead and keep reading the article. It says, blockchain tracking website Etherscan has added a warning to the hacker's Ethereum address, cautioning that there are reports that this address was used in an OpenSea phishing scam. Phishing scams try to trick users into clicking links or downloading software that attackers then use to access victim accounts or data. They said, I don't see how OpenSea survives this mess. David Goekstein, Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT owner and founder of blockchain and lifestyle media company Goekstein Media, posted on Twitter. Now, again, this could be something that was sent in emails, right, of a basically OpenSea, because they had their update, their migration, or basically they had people who migrated from the current OpenSea platform to a new OpenSea, I guess, platform that basically migrated their NFTs over, and people had something in their email that people signed where it basically redirected them to a fishy link. And it says, OpenSea counting venture capital against Andre and actor Ashton Kutcher as backers, is one of the largest NFT trading platforms. And then basically it says, with huge growth in NFTs, this basically has a bigger effect on them. So again, OpenSea, I imagine they will be able to recover from this. If we actually go to their Twitter right now, we can see what they're saying. So I'll go ahead and click on OpenSea here. It says, another update. Over the last few hours, we've talked to dozens of people, teams, and projects across the NFT space. And you can see here, Devin Fitzer. As far as I can tell, this is a phishing attack. We don't believe it's connected to the OpenSea website. So this is, something to keep in mind. So again, technically not OpenSea directly, but again, a phishing attack. So through emails and other mediums, people are actually giving access to their NFT, and then people are stealing them from OpenSea. So something that is basically adding to the recent panic. And then you also have here, it says Bitcoin price dips below 38K as crypto sentiment nears extreme fear. It says it took a matter of days for Bitcoin to fall to 2-week lows, but sentiment managed to fall harder. Bitcoin saw its first dive below 38,000 in over 2 weeks on February 20th as macro triggers rattled low volume weekend markets. And then it says data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView show BTC losing ground Sunday following threats of fresh sanctions on Russia over its alleged plans to invade neighboring Ukraine. It says after a quiet Saturday, crypto began to move downhill after comments from United Kingdom Prime Minister Boris Johnson on financial blocks of Russian firms should the situation escalate. These would be prohibited from trading in pounds and dollars, the BBC reported Johnson is saying Sunday morning, alluding to support from the U.S. President Joe Biden. And so, again, this is something that basically, this will have a bigger effect on traditional markets, right? So, when the S&P and everyone else starts declining, that's when you have crypto actually following suit. So, crypto is pretty tied to the S&P 500. So, if basically they do restrict trading for Russia, then that will affect the crypto markets as well. And it says, commenting on the situation, Mike McGlone, chief commodity strategist at Bloomberg Intelligence, additionally drew attention to the ongoing issue of inflation and its relationship to risk asset performance. It says, in line with previous comments, however, he suggested that ultimately Bitcoin could profit from the sea of change in the U.S. economic policy this year. Bitcoin indicting a rough week ahead, inflation unlikely to drop unless risk assets do. Most assets are subject to the ebbing tide in 2022 on the inevitable reversion of the greatest inflation measures in 4 decades. But this may mark another milestone for Bitcoin. So again, Bitcoin is seen as that protection against inflation, right? So if Bitcoin is able to hedge against that inflation, and we saw with Canada basically freezing the assets of a lot of the protesters, a lot of people flew to Bitcoin and crypto as a safe haven. So this could be another thing where, we see all this basically uncertainty going on in the market. People could start flocking to Bitcoin as a safe haven there, another cryptocurrency asset. So something to keep in mind here. So, and then basically just talks about, again, as the extreme fear rises and the crypto fear and greed index was back in the fear territory on the day, having seen a drop of over 50% in just 4 days after briefly entering extreme fear. So again, that fear and greed index, a lot of people are watching this. It's getting towards that fear again as people are, scared of this uncertainty that's going on and wondering if it's going to continue or not, right? So that's something to keep in mind here. So definitely, be on the cautious side. Definitely have a lot of your coins in stables right now, and then look for those buying opportunities once we do see some stronger action or some more positive news from this recent Russia situation. So And last but not least, before we go over some technical analysis, is from CoinDesk. It says the macro moment hits, central banks, interest rates, and Bitcoin. So central banks can never raise rates meaningful again, says Libo BTC Ledger Group co-founder David Lebowitz. Here's what it means for Bitcoin. So it says Bitcoin has entered another correction cycle with the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum down about 35% from their November highs. Interest rates are rising as central banks take measures to fight inflation. Higher yields could offer an alternative to other assets. This reaction illustrates the principle Economics 101. It says, yet, for the first time in the history of free markets, that assumption could be incorrect. Why? Because central banks can never raise rates meaningfully again. The era of Paul Volcker hiking rates to over 20% to kill the energy-led inflation of the 1970s is a thing in the distant past. So that's something good, right? Basically, these raising interest rates are a thing of the past, and that is something that is good for us, right? Because we aren't seeing that rates are going to get that high. So again, if rates do start to get near that high, expect a lot bigger crash than we are seeing now. And he talked about here, in April 2020, they published an article titled The Death of Fixed Income and the Rise of Bitcoin. In it, he postulated that fixed income is an investable asset class which comprised some part of 50% of most investment portfolios, was dead on and buried, and never again to be seen as a safe haven for portfolio investment, positive returns, and savings. Okay, so he basically ties that fixed assets, not Bitcoin, that are fixed income is a thing of the past, and basically Bitcoin, to combat that inflation, is something that's going to be positive for the future. It says the rationale is that in the reaction to the Great Recession of 2008 and the malaise of a recovery that ensued, central banks drove interest rates to zero and below. Meanwhile, governments printed fiat debt to levels that can never be repaid, let alone serviced, should interest rates rise meaningfully. Investors will need to move capital aggressively out of fixed income and into stocks, real estate, safe haven commodities such as gold and silver. And basically, he talks about here that Bitcoin was one of those assets after 2009, and it started becoming a bigger impact and having that impact on investments and seen as more safe haven. It says now, in February 2022, the world's hacked by COVID-19, and many expect this pandemic will be part of a new normal like the cold or flu. And then further on, it again talks about the role of cryptocurrencies being the new normal. So again, I know this is kind of scary right now with what's going on in Bitcoin and the crypto markets, but again, people are starting to see these as a safe haven, okay? Disregarding the current decline in prices, this still is a movement of everyone going towards cryptocurrencies. And again, Bitcoin is already 13 years old, and it's considered by investors as an allocation to technology. Yet, Bitcoin is discussed at its essence, digital gold and a store of value for the world. So gold right now is on the rise a lot, right? So Bitcoin is digital gold, so you can imagine eventually more and more banks, more and more investment bankers, and more companies will start to accept Bitcoin and put it on their balance sheets. So this is definitely something that you cannot ignore. This is something that I think is going to have a bigger impact than people realize. But again, it's hard to see that right now as everything is declining. But again, don't forget that Bitcoin is seen as that digital gold, and eventually people will flock to it just like they did in the past. So with that, let's go over some technical analysis for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the S&P 500 and kind of where we're going from here. So looking at Bitcoin, the descending wedge here. Now, again, I talked about this possible inverse head and shoulders, right? That has obviously been invalidated here. And the next point we're looking at is this support level on this descending wedge, okay? So if we actually keep dragging this out a little further, then we can actually see that this support level will probably be around, this 30,000 level. So we can see it being around this 30,000 level. It'll coincide with this horizontal support and this descending wedge support. So unfortunately, technically right here you can see there is mild support here around this 38,008, but Bitcoin has dipped below that. So unless we close the day above it on the daily, I definitely can see us falling down at least to this support here at a minimum near this 30 to 31,000 level. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Next, for Ethereum, you can see here that I did draw this double bottom, and Ethereum has clearly broken below that. You can see this downward trend as well that I drew, and right now Ethereum broke through that and is bouncing off of the support near 2630. Okay, this was the same support that was holding as previous resistance on January 26th and January 30th. So definitely something to keep in mind here. If this does hold, that is very bullish, and then we're going to continue to the upside, but then now we have this previous trend line support as resistance now, so possibly some resistance around 2730 and then 2850, which was holding as support, now resistance from February 13th. So a couple levels we'll have to break through for Ethereum, but hopefully we can break through these. But again, if we don't, then we're obviously going to be looking a lot lower. And right now we can see that the next, somewhat major support is at 2,500 here. And then below that, looking at that 2330, and then all the way down to this 2220. So this level is actually going to be very, very important, and a level that I believe will be a kind of make or break for Ethereum going into below 2,000 levels. So next, we're looking at the S&P 500. So you can see here that the S&P, I did draw this basically descending channel here, and has followed this to a T. Right now, looking at the next support at 4,300, but you can see it has been rejecting off the RSI. So again, major rejection off of there. The MACD is crossing to the downside. The MFI Pro is crossing to the downside. A lot of bearishness on the S&P 500. Again, this could be a very good opportunity for buying gold. Okay, gold has been performing very well. I believe it's about $1,900 right now, so up from $1,700 earlier in the week. So gold is something to look out for. But again, for the S&P 500, looking at that 500 level, 4,300 level, sorry. If that breaks, then definitely looking at this 4,170 next, and then looking at the bottom of this trend channel around $4,000. So you can easily see that, especially on the daily chart here, for SPY and for stocks, not looking too good for them. We'll definitely need a big catalyst to bounce from here. Expect a bounce from 4,300, and then if we break outside of this trend line, then it will definitely bullish for stocks, and then we can see retesting of this 4,330 level. So definitely comment if you want me to talk about any altcoins or any technical analysis. I'll definitely be glad to talk about any of that, and let me know kind of what your thoughts are on the current market and what you're thinking about so far, about where we're going, and kind of just basically if this is going to continue or you see some good buying opportunities. Definitely go ahead and comment on that. But I'm going to go over some coins as well that I've been looking at, and ones that I think could be good buying opportunities here, and something you should look out for. So Talos is a coin that has actually been doing pretty well. Regardless of the market, it's down only 3.7% today, which is good in itself. And then you have over the week, it's up 4.2%. So if we actually just go over here to the 1 month chart on Talos, you can see it hasn't been doing too bad, right? A month ago it was at 65 cents. Now it's at $1.04, up over 60%. And you can see it went to a high of 140, and that was on February 7th, so not even that long ago. So Talos has shown some resiliency here. Again, they have built their own EVM. They've released their own DEX called Charm. Again, they have been doing some great things recently, and they are ranked 232, so still a lot of room for the upside. Now, next is another coin. Let's go to CoinGecko real quick, and I have actually a watch list on there of some coins that have been doing really well. So one of the coins looking at is Magic. Okay, Magic is up 1% on the hourly, and it's at 548. Magic has been doing extremely well during this bear market. Okay, even if you look at the 7-day chart here, look at that. 7 days ago it was at 384, and it went to a high of 614 just yesterday. And now you can see it's already bouncing from this previous support here at 511. So Magic has been doing extremely well. Basically, it's an NFT platform on Arbitrum. They're called Treasure DAO, and a lot of people have been migrating over. There's a lot of benefits, a lot of staking benefits. So again, a lot of people are staking their Magic for these other NFT benefits, and Arbitrum is actually gaining a lot of traction now via FTX. I believe they recently had some announcements for FTX about a week ago. And yeah, definitely think Magic is going to continue to perform well. There's a lot of bullishness on it, and it has been showing resiliency during this downturn. So definitely check Magic out. You can actually buy it on SushiSwap, MEXC, OKEX. They released on OKEX not too long ago, a couple days ago. So expect for them to release on a lot of other centralized exchanges soon. And then of course Uniswap as well. So yeah, definitely Magic is one I'm looking at and one I have a lot of. Another coin I want to talk about is also 0xDAO and NFT Worlds. Okay, so 0xDAO is a coin that is big in the FTM ecosystem right now. These guys have actually announced actually the top 2 TVL holders of the Solidity airdrop. So for those who don't know what the Solidity airdrop is, Solidity is a project that was started by Danny and Andre Cronje, 2 people with over 300,000 followers. Basically, it is acting as a new staking platform, if you will, giving back to the community. And Solidity, they don't have their own exchange yet, or their own coin yet, but they are releasing an airdrop called VNFT, okay? And VNFT, 0xDAO, actually has some of the biggest allocation for this airdrop when it does come out, okay? There's a lot of other protocols that have been basically announcing that they're going to give access to this airdrop, and 0xDAO has actually some announcements where it says here, Harry Ye, they're actually 0xDAO is partnered with Tomb Finance. It says excited to support 0xDAO for Solidity Exchange v NFT from Tomb Finance. And basically it thanks all these protocols, SpookySwap, Terra Finance, Liquid Driver. Again, a lot of big coins in the Phantom ecosystem that are getting access to this airdrop. In a couple days, I believe on the 24th, you'll be able to burn your 0xDAO for this V2 token and then have access to the Solidity V NFT from that. So again, a lot of these tokens are going to be burned. If you just look at the 7-day chart, you can see how bullish this chart has been. I mean, just a week ago it was at 6.2 cents, and it went to a high of over 8.6 cents, okay? And it's still holding really well. Okay, you even look at the weekly chart, it was at 5.6 cents a week ago. So again, or 2 weeks ago, sorry. So it was very, very bullish. I think as we get close to the 24th, we will see this continue to pump. But again, you know, always do your own research, but definitely a coin that I am looking at and one looking at accumulating more of. And last but not least, NFT Worlds. Okay, this coin is up 13% today, and I bought this around 43 cents and has been doing very well. Not even that long ago, actually. You can see over a week ago it was 23 cents, and it went to a high of over 60 cents, which is insane. Okay, this coin basically deals with land. So as you know, the metaverse is still fairly big, and land in the NFT space is still very big as well, and in the metaverse space. So digital land is actually becoming the new real estate. So expect NFT Worlds to continue to outperform. You can see here that the total supply is 242 million. So at 55 cents, that's just over 120 million market cap. So that's still a lot of room for growth with that. And for what it's trading on, Uniswap and then MEXC and BKEX as well. So a ton of volume. It's over 15 million trading volume, which is something I look for. I look at the tokenomics, the trading volume, liquidity, and then exactly what projects and stuff they have coming up. So there's a lot of hype around this. It's been trending on DEX tools for a while, and a coin that I think could continue to outperform, especially, I mean, in this market. Again, up 13% is saying something there. So definitely look at NFT Worlds if you haven't. But yeah, those are some coins I'm looking at right now. So definitely let me know if you want me to look at some other altcoins or any charting analysis from there. Now, I see we have a comment. Joaquin says, where can I buy those coins? So yeah, so basically all you have to do, Joaquin, is go to CoinGecko and just type in the coin name you want, right? So if you want to buy, for example, Magic, right? You just type in Magic, click on the link, and then once you click on the link, you click on Markets, and it'll tell you where you can buy these coins, okay? So Magic, you can buy on SushiSwap Arbitrum. So you just click this link here, it'll take you to that. MEXC, you can click the link here, it'll take you to that. Or OKEX or Uniswap. Okay, so just click these links. It'll take you to where you can buy these coins. So yeah, it's just the market tab here. So good question. If anyone else has any questions, I'll go ahead and give about 5 minutes to go over that. Again, if anyone wants me to go over some technical analysis for any other coins, let me know. But if not, then we will call it a stream. Again, not too great of a day with a lot of these coins downright. The biggest thing I can say is don't ape into coins just to do it. I think a lot of people do that, and they try to buy the dip, and then it keeps dipping, okay? So definitely wait for a confirmed reversal. Look for coins that are undervalued right now at least. Start nibbling at them, investing a little bit just in case they dump more. But definitely, you know, keep a lot of coins in stables right now with the uncertainty going on, with the macro, you know, right? The macro stuff going on right now with Russia. You definitely want to be really, really apprehensive and just really cautious around times like these. So wait until there's more clarity on the whole Russia situation, on inflation, and you know, once that starts getting better and once more positive news starts coming out about that, that's when you can start dipping more into these altcoins, into Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. But yeah, definitely look for buying on these big support levels, right? So for Bitcoin, I mean, technically you could nibble here, but I'd probably wait further until it either declines or it reclaims this 40,500 level. And then as far as Ethereum, right? I mean, so far it's technically held support at this 2630, so it wouldn't be bad to get a little here, and then possibly, you know, waiting, unfortunately, until it falls down to this 2500 level where there's some support, and then even further down to this 2200 level where you'd really want to have a good buy, because I imagine there'll be a lot of buying around this 2200 level, so it'd be a good risk to reward for there. And then, of course, for stocks, again, it wouldn't be bad to get into gold right now, right? Always hold some gold if you're thinking about it as well. So definitely something to keep in mind there. Joaquin says, thanks. Hey, no problem, man. Glad I could help out. And Trader J says, I feel it's super undervalued. I got in at 4 cents and I went to 35 cents, sold at 25. Oh, wow. Trader J, I'm assuming you're talking about NFT Worlds. Yeah, this coin has been doing amazing. Again, we look at the max chart here, and you can see here, you know, it went on CoinGecko, it was around 6 cents, and now it is climbing even higher, right? So, yeah, hey, man, still from 4 cents to 25 cents, that's still over a 6x, so good on you, man. And again, that's a big thing too, right? Don't kick yourself for getting out of coins early, because it very easily could have gone the other way, right? Very easily could have declined. I've seen a lot of coins release and just basically just continue downward, right? So that's something you got to do, is just continue to rotate your capital, continue to preserve capital. Something I like to do is actually keep a moon bag of a lot of coins just in case they end up taking off a lot. So, you know, getting my initial profit out and then basically, you know, waiting to just in case it does climb even higher. But I do like to secure my profit and then hold a moon bag as well. Marco says, waiting Atom at $20. Yes, so glad you mentioned Atom there. Atom is another coin that's actually been very well. Again, it hasn't performed the best. It was performing really well actually for a while. You can see, I'll go to the 90-day here. So it was performing very well. It got up to this $43, and then we had a little downturn, then actually reclaimed that $43 level. But since then, it hasn't been able to maintain that bullish bias, right? Now, I can actually open up a new chart here and chart Atom if you want. We can kind of see what we're looking at for that. But yeah, Atom, there's actually some coins on Atom. Real quick, before I go over the Cosmos chart, there was some coins such as Osmosis, which is one of the dexes on the Atom network. And oh, Farid, yes, yeah, you can watch this live stream later. It'll be uploaded as well. So if you're not able to tune into the live stream right now, it'll be uploaded right after this, so you can watch it later if you want to get a recap on everything. But yeah, Osmosis is a DEX on the Cosmos network. It's at 856 right now, which is very, very well. It's holding up very well against other coins. So even just looking at a 30-day chart, right? 30-day chart, it almost looks like a stable coin, just how much it's been able to hold its value over 30 days. I mean, it's not even that much lower than it was 30 days ago. You go over the 90-day chart, you can really see how bullish it is, right? $6, and it's still, you know, almost 40% higher than it was 90 days ago, even during this downturn, right? So it's been holding very well. Osmosis is one I'd keep an eye on the Cosmos network. And then Juno is actually the governance token on Osmosis. And it's been one that has been performing good as well. Now you can see it's 2770. So just looking at the 30-day chart here, again, you can see how bullish Juno is, the governance token. So definitely two coins to look at, Juno and Osmosis. Those are really good on that Cosmos network. But I'll go over the Atom coin real quick. So Cosmos coin and kind of what I'm seeing. So right now, actually I can just looking at the 4-hour here, I can see there's huge support here. So you can see from December 28th, Atom has actually bounced from $26 once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and now the 5th time, okay? So that's bounced quite a lot. So yeah, wow, this seems to be actually a very big level just looking at this right now. So now it wouldn't be bad to actually start nibbling at a little Atom here. This is actually really, really good support level. If we do end up breaking the support, then yeah, I can see exactly what you mean, Marco, on that $20 level here. So yeah, $20, there was a lot of support around here. It bounced 3 times near December 14th. So definitely good to buy if it does break through. Possibly some micro support here at about $23, $24. But yeah, waiting for this $20 50 level to get some more Atom wouldn't be a bad idea at all. And then let's see if we can possibly draw some trend lines real quick. So just something here. I'm just gonna draw a couple trend lines. Let's see. So there's one here. It did break. Let's actually draw. Let's do the most current trend line. So we'll draw this one here. So I think this is the trend line you want to look at right now. So if Atom does end up climbing, again, I'm going to be looking at this trend line here around this $30 for it to break. If it does break this, I'll be extremely bullish on Atom. Again, it's already bounced, possibly double bottom up here. But yeah, this is the trend line I'm looking at as well. So if you do buy here, look for that $29, $30 level. But yeah, this is something I'm going to be watching as well. Marco says, which blue chip coin will you accumulate on the dip? So for blue chip coins, so what Marco is referring to is coins that are in the top 100, right? Specifically coins that are in the top 20 to 50. Those are really your blue chip coins, coins that really stand the test of time. But for myself, I would be looking at possibly AVAX. AVAX has been performing pretty well recently. AVAX, and then let's see, of course, Ethereum. Let me just scroll down here. AVAX, Ethereum, Cosmos, obviously. Near is actually a good one to be buying on this dip. So Near, for those who don't know, is focused on Web3 and basically integrating that. They have a ton of backers on them. They raised, I think it was over $1 billion. And again, there's a ton in funding and basically a lot of people who are in Near. And I've seen a lot of big players that are bullish on Near. So that's one that definitely could be accumulating. The FTX token, the FTX exchange has continued to outperform. You can see they were on the Super Bowl commercial. That was very bullish. And again, they've just been doing well overall. So the FTX token possibly wouldn't be a bad buy here for long term. It could have the same effect as the Binance BNB, right? When BNB had its rip from over $30 over to $600, FTX, we could see a similar one, but it's definitely stabilizing more. So one, they have to keep that in mind. Hasn't been doing too much recently. And then Phantom may not be a bad one here. Again, I don't know if I'd touch it just yet, but again, with the Solidity Exchange and that really popping off, and Andre Cronje's project, Phantom could see some more action, but it seems like a lot of its dexes are seeing more action than it is. So I'm not sure if you want to jump into that. And then scrolling down a little bit more, yeah, Osmosis. Again, I talked about Osmosis, extremely bullish. This is a coin I definitely look to buy on dips. It performs well during bear markets, even better in bull markets. So definitely Osmosis, the Atom Dex, isn't bad to be buying either. So those are ones that I'd be looking at right now. So again, Ethereum, Atom, Osmosis, Ethereum, Osmosis, FTX, and Avalanche. Yeah, those would be ones I'd be looking at right now. Buying at major support levels on the daily. So definitely ones to look out for if you're curious. But if anyone doesn't have any more questions, then I will call it today. Again, 30-minute stream, not too bad today. Like I said, not the best day to be trading necessarily, but again, you could look at buying some coins on this dip and then kind of layering in, DCAing, right, dollar cost average in, and then again, just kind of waiting until we get some more bullish news and to really, capitalize on this action here. So right now, it may be best just to stay in stables, at least keep the majority of your wealth in stables and kind of buying stuff along the way. Trader J says Yell Finance. So real quick, we'll go over that. Yell Finance. It's ranked 1442. It's at 2 cents right now. Let's see its max chart. So it did release July 30th, and since then it did have a nice pump all the way up to 27 cents November 4th, and then it just declined from there. I don't want to say it looks like a pump and dump, but it kind of does with this, big rip up and then rip downwards. Even just looking at the 30-day chart here, it looks like, it's having a hard time breaking resistance, and it just keeps declining. Now, what I would need to do is, again, looking at the volume here. So for the 24-hour trading volume, it's only 39,000, which is nothing. So Trader J, what you want to look at for trading volume is you definitely want to look at something that's minimum, I would say $500,000 in 24-hour trading volume, because you want to have liquidity, right? So basically what that means is if something's only 39,000 trading volume, then say you buy $5,000 worth of it, right? Well, that's going to have a huge price impact because it may not have the liquidity. So really, you may end up buying at an average of like 2.3 cents or 2.4 cents, even though it's at 2 cents, because there's not enough liquidity to provide you for that extra to buy it at 2 cents, if that makes sense. So I would definitely wait until there's a little bit more volume, because if you have a big position, you're going to have a hard time offloading it, right? A hard time selling it. So if it gets to 3 cents, but there's only 50,000 volume, then basically it's going to, you're probably going to end up selling it for at least 10, 20% lower than you would want to, because there's no liquidity to sell it. So I would at least wait until it gets a little more volume. Right now, the rank against 1442, so still very low market cap, so still could have some big potential. I would need to see if there's some big Twitter announcements. I can go to their Twitter real quick and check that out. And yep, Marco, see your question on the VIP trading group. For the VIP trading group, it's so there's actually three prices, right? So monthly 0.1 ETH per month, 3 month is 0.25 ETH, or yearly is 1 ETH. So again, I talk about my exclusive altcoin picks, my charting analysis, NFTs, all that good stuff. So if you want to join, there's a link in the description. to join my Discord, and if you want to become a member, then again, DM me on Discord or on Twitter, and I can get with you on that, making you a member on there. So it's a great time, and we have over 645 people in there, so very, very good. But yeah, for Trader J, for Yell Finance, yeah, basically, so it says we focus on multi-chain yield advancement and automated farming strategies on Ethereum, BSC, Phantom, and Polygon networks. So again, that's good, right? It's multi-chain yield enhancement. I can see they joined May 2021. They have 19,000 followers, and they are followed by the Phantom Foundation and a few other people. So again, not too bad there. Just looking at their announcements here. So February 17th, 3 days ago, they posted about Yell BNB LPs from PancakeSwap can now be staked on Yell Finance. Make sure you jump first to earn massive APR. So get ready for big things. So one of the things I see on Twitter, I look for if they've made any tweets in the past day or two, and showing that 3 days ago they made a tweet. That's not the best, because you want to see Twitters that are constantly active, right? They show engagement with their community. So again, that just kind of has me just a little on edge. They haven't posted in 3 days now. But again, they have a Discord here, so I assume their Discord is very good. But yeah, that's something you want to see is, making sure their Twitter stays active, because that's one of the ways that keeps people interested and keeps the hype going. Because at the end of the day, crypto is all about hype, right? Crypto's all about, hey, what coin is hyping next? Do they have the next big project going on, announcements, partnerships, etc. So while they may be making advancements, if they're not constantly engaged with their community, then again, that's not going to drive hype. That's not going to drive liquidity that we've seen here. So if they do have some big projects coming up, that's going to create hype. It's going to create a lot more eyes on them. That's going to up this trading volume. I'd definitely be bullish on it, right? But just looking right now, unfortunately, it's not looking too good. So possibly you may want to, if you are in Yell right now, possibly switching over to some coin that's more bullish, a more stable coin, that would be my honest opinion. But again, could they pump? Yeah, but it's just looking at their chart right now, they haven't really been doing too much. So unfortunately, hopefully I didn't burst your bubble there, but it's just my honest opinion. But yeah, so if no one else has any other questions, again, I will call this a day and go and end this stream here. But like I said, definitely don't feel like you have to jump into coins right now. Kind of wait until things stabilize. Hold a lot of your coins in stables. Just kind of wait on the sidelines. Wait until we have some positive momentum here and to get in. And then yeah, I'm just gonna be monitoring the news, see what's going on here, and just seeing if I can find some of these good coins on dips and buy them there. So with that, appreciate everyone watching. Again, thanks to everyone who's watching here. Appreciate all of y'all. And if you haven't, then go ahead and follow me on Twitter. It's at the CryptoData. So I'll talk about a lot of my altcoin picks on here as well. And then also, if you haven't joined my Discord, as Marco was mentioning, I do have a Discord group. I have a free chat and a members chat. So in the description, there'll be a link to my Discord, and you can join that. And you can also become a member, where I talk about my exclusive altcoin picks the moment I buy them, as well as my charting analysis, anything relating to airdrops, NFTs, and the global markets as well. So that's something definitely to watch out for. And real quick, Marco says SpearX SPA is keeping price in the bear market. I think it will pump hard on the bull market. Real quick, we'll look at SPA here. So I've seen a couple people talking about this. It's not too bad. It's down 5% right now. Let's see. Yeah, looking at the charting over 14 days and 30 days, it's not doing too bad. Sharp buyback here from February 13th. Had a sharp bounce. So yeah, SpearX could be one. Its 24-hour trading volume is 730,000. So that's good. It's above 500,000 is what I like to see. Looking at their Twitter real quick. Their Twitter has over 9,400 followers, and they're followed by some big people as well. So that's actually good to see. It talks about their roadmap for 2022, and you can see they posted February 18th, so 2 days ago, which isn't bad. Huge accomplishments this week by SpearX. So their meta pool's live. Their USD achieves 10 million circulating, 7.85 million earning yield in Curve, and then the optimizer locks 33 million SPA. So yeah, this isn't bad. SPA definitely could be a good buy here. Like you were saying, Marco, it could pump in the bull market pretty hard. So yeah, I could definitely see that. So it may not be a bad buy here on this dip, right? So yeah, I'd have to look into it more. But just from surface value, it's ranked 349, has some volume on it, has some good tweets, some good updates for it. So yeah, definitely could see it pumping further. So yeah, maybe worth a punt here. Could go up a little bit more. So yeah, good coin. But cool. So with that, again, everyone, thanks for watching the stream. Appreciate y'all. Again, please like the video if you haven't. Please subscribe if you haven't. Really appreciate it. It helps me grow this channel, provide free content to y'all, and so we can all grow together. But with that, till next time, thanks for watching.